Um, I love this stuff, and I'm not, as many of you know, technically minded. So for me, the AI is quite simple. Collins has mentioned that it translates automatically into various different languages. Now, if you look at the world, the most spoken language in the world is Mandarin Chinese, because there are 4 billion of them. And then it's, believe it or not, it's Spanish, and then English. So we're the third on the list. But if you have South America as a market, because you have the facility or the capability to be able to communicate with these people simply by discussing as we are now, and it come out in text in their language, how many more sales do you think you'd get? How many more clients do we potentially think we could have? Now, I love the fact that for me, the artificial intelligence is going to build me a website which will change daily. Now, why is that happening? Because what the artificial intelligence does is it looks at what customers like. Collins has mentioned it, and Oliver's mentioned it. It's going to mold or change our websites, change the sales funnels or the capture pages on a daily basis. How many people see these adverts every day? And the adverts seem to change month on month on month. Yeah, you have an advert on TV offering you something, or you see an advert in the paper, or you see an advert on Facebook. These capture pages, these adverts have to change because some work for some people and some work for other people. So artificial intelligence takes that to the next level. As Oliver said, it is machine learning. So what it does is it looks at the reaction to the customers have made, and make or tweak things so that it becomes more efficient and more efficient and more efficient. Now, if we've got a capture page that is so efficient, it simply captures a client, how many customers are we going to have? Phenomenal opportunity. You know, the productivity and removing human errors. When we place things like adverts in sales environments, we might miss something. We might have put a word wrongly, or the greatest one is the question mark or the comma in the right place, changing the entire meaning of a sentence. And when you're looking at a capture page or you're looking at a sales opportunity, you don't want to make that mistake. And artificial intelligence is going to do all of this for us. Now, Collins mentioned about working 9 hours a day. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. No, I'm no, I've had days when I've worked 12 hours a day. But like you say, at the end of the day, you've got 3, maybe 4 at the outset of full productivity, and the rest of that time is then you're kind of going downhill. You're losing focus. With the AI, you don't lose focus because it's going to do those bits and pieces for you. And this is why I love the simplicity of this system. They're going to build me a website which will change daily. Artificial intelligence is going to do that. It's going to drive specific targeted traffic to the website. Now, again, the artificial intelligence looks at traffic, looks at the ways that customers react to advertisements or sales funnels and what have you, and creates something that works and becomes more and more efficient as it goes down the line. So specific targeted traffic, our conversion rate in comparison to others is going to be considerably higher. It goes without saying. We've got the daily sales funnel that changes, but it's going to then close that sale for us because it's doing all the bits that us humans don't like to do, the simplicity of it. So it closes the sale, and then it deals with all of the customer support. And Oliver mentioned about the chatbots that we have. So if there are issues, customers are going to get exactly what they need because of the chatbot that comes online. If it takes it to a certain level and the customer still needs something, then we have someone in the background. Now, again, the data center, you mentioned about, Ash mentioned about the number of employees it has, or Amazon Web Services have in one of their data centers, 1,100 odd. He said for the data center that we have, it's maybe 3 or 4. That's a time saving. That's a manpower saving. That's a cost saving as well. And everyone likes the cost saving, because where does it go? More profit comes into OnPassive, and more profit is going to be passed out to the founders over time. Fantastic. Spam. No one likes spam, but here's a good one for you. When you do get spam in your inbox, take a note of the email address and put it on your list. This is a potential customer for you for OnPassive at a later date. But from our point of view, every email that we send out will be checked for spam. So it'll arrive in the customer's inbox. Now, again, think about this for just 1 second. If you're sending out 1,000 emails a day and only 10% of those, 100, are going into somebody's inbox, then you've got the open rate, which might only be 50% of those. Then you've got the actual customer looking at it more closely. That's maybe 2 or 3. Okay, 2 or 3 out of 1,000 is horrendous. If you've got 1,000 emails going into at the inbox directly, and 50% of those look at that, that's 500. And if it's then 5%, it's then only 1% or 2%, then it's 5 to 10. It's far, far greater than anything that's normal, based on the fact that we have this system that says, look, it's going to take all of those spam words away from us. We cannot send emails out unless they are spam free, which means it'll end up in somebody's email folder inbox and not in the spam box. And the time saving, love that. Absolutely love that. Everyone loves time saving. And as I said before, I don't want to work 9 hours. I'm happy to work 2. So if it can do that for me, even better.